This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me. I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Only Friends podcast. And you know, I'm here with my only friends. And as always, my number one, Matt Berkey's in the building. What's poppin', Berk?
I'll accept this for the weekend because you're still in and I'm not. So, you know, you have hopium. I don't want to squash that.
Are you trying to... You just sound salty right now.
Well, I thought we agreed after yesterday you flopping the intro that I was going to...
No, we never agreed on anything.
I was going to rise to ranks.
And you know something, honestly, it's not me. You don't have to agree with me. You have to agree with the people. Like, the people have to agree with you. If the people agree with you, I have no problem with it.
The problem is, and our esteemed guest here can attest to that, is the people are a bunch of fucking trolls. And she might be the ringleader of them all. Welcome to the studio, Jamie.
Hello, Jamie.
Ooh,
Hey, Jamie.
Ringleader of the Trolls is a nice title. I like that.
Wow. Imagine the power that would come. Like, you know, if you're a genie and you're granted 3 wishes, it's like you think like, oh, well, I would like to cure world hunger and I would like all the money in the world, all that other stuff. But imagine if like actually you were just the leader of the internet, of the troll army.
I would say Elon Musk is sort of the leader of the internet. Now they just bought Twitter and he's just banning people for no reason.
Did he wish for that?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible. Yeah, I saw a little bit of that. I saw that he was just not even shadow banning, just like straight up axing people who like had criticized him.
You know, he banned the fucking Santa Claus tracker.
Well, that's just rude.
Yeah, he said he was getting rid of everything with real-time information, and he banned the fucking Santa Claus tracker.
Wow. How are we gonna know if we're getting presents or not?
I don't know.
Why real-time info? Is that why was that a bad thing?
I think like they were tracking somebody's jet or something like that, and
so we're using the Santa tracker now for war games, is what you're saying. It's pretty fucking strong. Get that mic a little bit closer to you. You know, really feel like you're being violated.
All right, cool.
That's how you know you're doing a good job. So let's cut to the chase here. You are in a new position, maybe not new for you, but new to the public, perhaps, with WPT. You have more on your plate than I think I've seen in a long time for anybody. You've been running around with like a chicken with their head cut off. Tell us a little bit about like what this role has been like and how you kind of helped this whole festival come together.
Sure. So I've been with WPT Global for about 1.5 years. I would say for half a year, I'm like, this is a nice gig.
Sure.
I'm chilling. I'm just starting to like dip my toe in a couple things on the business side of poker. And then this past year has been absolutely insane. We've been planning this WPT championship for 4 or 5 months, like an all hands on deck kind of thing. I'm helping to run social media. I got to hire 2 people that are also here and not in the studio, but at the win. So they're running around getting a little bit of like extra live reporting and some tales from the felt kind of thing. Helping with the video editing team. So they're out there getting real-time hands. We're trying to put together as much buzz around this event as possible. We didn't have to do that much work, it turns out, as there's $29 million in the prize pool.
Yeah.
So that kind of creates the buzz for like itself. But one of the most stressful things that I've had to ever do, and I used to be a lawyer who would have to wear a mouth guard because I grinded my teeth at bed.
Jesus.
In bed. This was more stressful than that. Building lineups. I give so much credit to Brent Hanks and so much credit to Feldman with like the amount of big personalities that clash with each other. I won't play with that guy. I'll only play if this guy comes.
Right.
I'm going to come, but maybe I'll roll in at 5 p.m. if the game looks good. If not, no. And like have your seat ready for just in case I come. There was so much of that I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Like 10 different times during the first Rail Heaven game, I was like, yeah, I think this is probably my last day of work. Like, I'm going to either get fired or have like a nervous breakdown. Xuan Liu helped so much. She's awesome. But then we turned out to have the biggest game in U.S. streaming history, 500 1K 2K. And like when things like that happen, it's just like, okay, it was all worth it.
Yeah.
So we've had like cool little successes in the middle of my mental breakdown, which is nice.
It is nice to see a win while you're absolutely losing your mind. Personally, like I think it's been a really enjoyable experience to watch. Like very, very top end production from Sharehands. I think that they've done an amazing job.
They're awesome.
I think that you guys did a great job of not just putting on watchable shows. Like obviously massive high stakes brings in a ton of viewership, but I thought like featuring the vloggers, the creators game, the women's game, I thought all of that was like a nice change of pace and kind of demonstrated that it doesn't always have to be extreme nosebleeds in order to bring in an audience. And it also gave the opportunity, I think, to perhaps some newcomers to take a stab at something that they may or may not be good at. So, I know you brought in a lot of new commentators that you'd kind of like to give a little shine to.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite part of the job, is getting to like handpick people that should maybe have a chance. I got to hire, we had 5 different female commentators, and maybe the best part for
hi Berkey.
Hey, what's up? Maybe the best part about that is that there wasn't really pushback for it. Obviously WPT always supports women, and so does WPT Global, so they are just letting me do my thing, but the chat liked the women commentators. There wasn't like, what are they doing? They shouldn't be talking about poker. I think they all did a good job, and it made me like really happy that that wasn't a focus of the commentary at all. It wasn't a focus of the stream at all. There's like, oh, okay, Ashley Sleeth and Ashley Frank are in the booth today. Cool. So that's a big step for our community, is for it not to be exclusive. Hi, Newt. Newt comes in for a second.
The young man.
Newt is in the building.
Making a cameo.
Yep.
Looking great as always.
Come here, buddy. Yeah.
You know that you're just going to get hairy.
Yeah, I know. I don't care. I show up every day. I literally lint rolled my whole entire thing. I'm like, I'm going to look nice today. I'm going to play the World Championship. I'm going to look nice. And then Newt's at the door like, you're leaving me? I gave him the biggest hug ever. I get in the car. I'm like, God damn it.
Such is life.
Yep.
I thought the commentary's been great. Obviously, I think, and I've said this on record 1,000 times, I think Henry is just like world class, one of the best in there.
Good.
He blends so well. I thought him and Hanks together last night was just like,
oh, they were a dynamic duo. It was awesome.
Like them combined with the table that Conrad was at, it was just like, this is what TV poker is meant to be.
Exactly.
I gotta say, I've been enjoying like plugging people together in the booth that other people might be like, that won't work.
Yeah.
Like Hanks does not seem like he'd go with someone who's like Henry, who's like straight laced. We're gonna talk about the poker, but Hanks goes on these little adventures during hands that like make it more enjoyable for me to watch than if it was 2 like straight laced people.
I actually think it's the exact opposite. I think he only works well with straight laced people. Yeah, like you stick him in there with Platt, and like we like to paint Platt in like this kind of uppity suit and tie professional manner, and Hanks gets in there and he's just like derailing the entire train. It's kind of it's a nice change of pace from just hearing C-bet 25%, yada yada yada.
Yeah. I wanted to just say, Connie, you are the MVP of every stream. He is the laugh track. I swear there's never been a stream where a table where he's been on it and it's been quiet.
Wait, you mean
he won't have
you
it.
mean Giggles?
Giggles.
That is the greatest nickname.
I didn't even have to talk yesterday. It was amazing. I just sat there and laughed for, I don't know, 3 hours, 4 hours. It was great.
They started calling you Giggles. I was like, oh, that is just perfect.
I also like that they just dubbed the one guy Rainbow Mike. Like this poor guy. He just wears one hoodie and forever. Like I'm going to be like, oh yeah, that's Rainbow Mike.
Yeah, he's forever Rainbow Mike.
Rainbow Mike does not fuck around. That's all that we need to know.
Yeah.
When you decide to wear a hoodie like that, you have to deal with the repercussions, I think.
Yeah,
Connie,
the Queen Jack hand, I was like, I'm watching it in my hotel room. I was just like, wow, I think Connie's going to win this pot. I don't know how. But we get to the river, I'm like, oh my God, he did it.
When Mike checked, I jumped out of my seat. I was like, yes.
It's a big pot.
I was like, oh, he's just going to like blast and Conrad has to fold. This sucks.
Listen,
and then he checks, and I was like, yes, he wins. There's nothing he can do.
I'm such a masochist that I was trying to figure out the ways that Conrad could still lose the hand. I'm like, oh no, he's gonna bet like 100K here. Get jammed on.
No. There's nothing. I think at that point it was only like shove or fold.
Look at Guapo.
Or shove or check.
Guapo's the best.
Oh, he's on it.
He's really the best.
Mm-hmm.
We should test him. Let's just reference really weird shit.
Oh, Jamie, please don't do that.
It'd be very bad because this was actually pre-planned.
To be fair, I thought of it.
He did think of
Spot
it.
up, man. Yep. Look at this, Connie.
Yeah.
It's a nice shirt you got on.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Connie got some run good puppy love. I think that helped a lot from Geno's new puppy. It looks like a teddy bear.
Bruce is amazing.
Have you met Bruce yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
in
the hallway. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
He's the
So
absolute
tiny,
best.
So cute.
She's got to be careful about letting Bruce be in the tournament room because I have a bag that would fit Bruce.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe Bruce doesn't have to go home today.
He's gonna get puppy nap for sure, for sure. Have you considered a dog only or a dog like tag team event? Because I would be down for this.
You must bring a
You
dog
must be in
center.
contact with a dog at all time, and we can free roll Len Ashby into the entire event.
Oh, that'd be so cool. He's the only one there, super allergic.
That's great.
Or just like make him the director of the event.
I like it.
He's out there doling out penalties and stuff. I thought the whole experience has been like really top of the line. Some of the best production that I've seen the whole way through. And I brought up the commentary for a specific reason because I think that the notion of giving people a platform to try on more fun-like events is really something that we don't do enough of.
Mm-hmm.
I think we kind of like tend to put too much of an onus on, this has to have this tone and like these voices and stuff like that. So I thought the idea of like elevating two women to do commentary on the women's cash game is really sharp. And the day prior, I believe was it the vlogger game?
Yeah.
Who was in the booth for that one?
The Ashleys. We had the Ashleys.
I thought they were in
no,
for
sorry,
No,
Caitlin
no.
Koveski. It was
That's right, Caitlin and Melissa
We had
came in
Melissa.
on the
Melissa's
back end.
great. Like I got to work with Melissa maybe just for like a few hours at the tail end of another stream.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we're like a good combination of like pretty into poker, we're keeping our focus, and then like 1 minute meandering of just like we talked about feet pics and OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oops, it happened. But I think that's pretty cool. Like I'm gonna work with her again. We're gonna do a little bit more. We're gonna do. I think what my brain is absolutely scrambled.
Sure.
I haven't slept in 2 weeks. I have the schedule, but she and I are doing the Final Table Ladies event live stream.
Yeah, so like that, I think that'll be an absolute party.
Yeah.
And that's a reason to tune in for the same reasons like why yesterday's table was a lot of fun. I'm excited to watch her and Henry today. They already have like worked together in the past. They have chemistry together in the booth. Like it's a lot of fun to see them. She's kind of that Hanks where the more straight edge Henry tries to take it, the more she's gonna lean a little bit into potty humor and like try to get him off his guard. And that's fun for me as a viewer. I like to see the back and forth and the dynamic build. And it's something that like I've spoken about in the past where I think that yesterday was a great example, right? Where it's very easy for the audience to always say, we want more table talk. These productions don't listen to us. Like, we have to hear the characters at the table. And whoever was in seat one yesterday, I don't remember his name, maybe Craig or something like that.
Craig Chait.
Yeah, he was just, it might have been because his mic was loud or whatever, but he was so dominating when it came to the table talk. Like, him and Arden were just having a full-blown conversation while, like, big pots were brewing and there was no toning it down. And the chat just is going ballistic, like somebody mute his mic, yada yada yada. It's like, this is why we say it should be up to the people who know what's going on behind the scenes to make these calls, because nobody actually knows what they want, right? And having a good commentary
to please everyone is hard. Like that's
sure.
something where I'm like I do have like very strong opinions about what I like to watch, but I also listen to what people say in chat.
Yeah.
So when we had the creator game, chat was just saying, "Oh, can you turn the table talk up and your mic's down?" I'm like, absolutely. Jeff Platt and I are in there. We're like, we're not the stars of the show. These people have millions of followers. They're really interesting. Their conversations are more interesting than what I'm going to talk about, which is like the turns of 7. Who cares?
Right.
Like they're talking to their audiences who want to hear, what they're saying. So they did. We told Sherahan, they turned the table talk up. Jeff and I took a back seat, and just when chat would have a question, there'd be a question that would come up 10 different times. That's when I would answer it to get those new people into poker.
Yeah, and I think that that's ultimately the point of production as a whole is, sure, you listen to feedback, and when there's an overwhelming sensation for something, you try your best to appease it, but you can't let the inmates run the asylum. And what's very obvious is that we can't control table talk. We can't make the table interesting, can't make people talk about things that are fun, but what we can control is the commentary booth. So it just makes a lot of sense to me for all production houses to invest a lot in commentators. And I think WPT has done a really great job of doing that.
That's something really nice. Like when I was putting together the lineups and the commentators, I asked for pay that was pretty good for commentators. And then we get everyone saying yes, and they're happy to be there, and they're not trying to get out of it last minute.
Right.
And I think that that's like, it is an investment. When you're investing a lot of money in a live stream, you can't be cheap in certain ways that kind of like make all your efforts useless.
Right.
You just get someone who's like, hey, I just got this guy off the street because we're only paying $50.
Right,
and it's
right.
like you have a $500,000 stage and then some guy who's like talking about himself the whole time.
Yeah.
So I think that WPTs, they get it. They're doing a really good job. They greenlight a lot of the stuff that I think is very important, and it's nice.
Yeah. And I do think we see a lot of that in this industry where it's like last minute fill in, not minimum wage, but like here's a lower wage for somebody who's not very pre-qualified, and it shows. To me anyway, like it shows. The effort shows. I know that you have a few things that you really want to put a big emphasis on coming up. Specifically, the ladies championship is today.
Yeah.
And then the women's meetup game is tomorrow.
Yeah.
So give us a little more detail.
Yeah, so just so I'm not boring you guys at home, I'm going to tell you a bunch of stuff that sounds like an ad, but then I'll also talk a lot of shit. If you guys want to talk about anything, like anything you want to know about Berkey, just like ask it in the chat. Guapo, field me
You
a couple
hold all
of
the
those.
secrets?
Yeah, so I'll do an ad first, but like please stick around for the ending.
Great setup.
This is why she's the best.
Yeah.
That's why she's the best.
So today we have the ladies event. It's a 200K guarantee. It's the largest guarantee that's ever been put on a ladies event. I think we're going to smash it.
Yeah.
But just the fact that they're willing to put a guarantee this big, WPT and Win, which share in the risk when the guarantee doesn't hit, are showing that they care, that they think this will be a big event, and I really appreciate that. Probably the best part of this, though, is that they're televising the final table. And there was a lot of backlash at WSOP because a couple times now they've just kind of put the ladies events on the back burner, where they'll have, maybe we'll live stream it, maybe we won't. And there is good viewership. Even if there's people hate watching it because they don't want to see women play poker, they're still watching it.
Right.
So there's reason to have it. And so that was one of the main things when I was talking to Angelica Hale and Kathy, Adam Pliska. We were like, can we just make sure that this is not on the back burner? Can we make sure we promise and deliver on something big here? So they're televising it. I think that's awesome. We're also going to live stream it, even though it's day 5 of the World Championship. We're going to show the day 5 on our YouTube stream on the feature table. We're going to Latour Ballroom and Win just to make sure that we can also show the ladies on the Twitch.
Awesome.
So we'll have a Twitch stream ladies final table. We'll have a day 5 of the championship on YouTube. You guys can watch both.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I know you mentioned Angelica. She was recently inducted into the Women's Poker Hall of Fame. Were you there for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bright and early. We're there. It was 10 in the morning. It was beautiful. It was actually a very nice ceremony. The whole entire PokerGo studio was filled. PokerGo very graciously donated studio time. You know how expensive that can be.
Yep.
WPT was one of the supporters. That was one of the sponsors of the event. But there were a bunch of sponsors showing their support of women in poker. Really, really, really nice event. Happy to be there. And Angelica Hale has been a dominant force for WPT in the industry, for poker in general, for women in poker for a decade. So super nice seeing my friend get in. She's going to be in the booth. I'm having her for 15 minutes while me and Melissa are doing the final table, just to sort of talk to her and pick her brain a little bit and honor her for her induction.
Yeah, she's kind of very behind the scenes, but I think of her as much of a part of WPT as I think of like Adam Pliska.
Yeah.
Like, to me, they go hand in hand. Actually, for a long time, I think in my head they were married, right? Because like I just never saw them apart for like a decade, and like that kind of is the way a business relationship works. It's like
I'm learning that. I was like for the last year, especially in planning this, I definitely talk to coworkers more than anyone else in my life. Yeah. And you really do develop like friendships. You start to realize who you can depend on, who you maybe can't. And I think like Schwan and I are going to be better friends because we were in a very high stress situation together for like a few days straight, and she really helped out and was like amazing. And I mean, I always say amazing things about her. She's a great person. But that was something where I was like, I didn't know she'd be so clutch when she's also busy. Yeah. But I think like it's really interesting. I think part of the best part of working with WPT is like I genuinely like the people. When I was a lawyer, I couldn't really say that.
Right. Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm just going to keep asking you questions so we never get to this tea that you're trying to prop up. Huge meetup game coming up tomorrow. Where are you guys hosting that?
It's going to be in the Win Poker Room on Encore. We always
Okay.
call it the Win. I feel like we kind of
I still
confuse
call it the
people.
Win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets confusing because I like people who are just coming here for this event are like, it's at Encore. Did you guys know?
The Win also calls it the Win.
Yeah,
right? It's the
yeah.
Win Poker Room.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
even
super
though it's
weird.
in on.
I mean, I did the same thing at Venetian. I would never say like the tournament's at the Palazzo.
Right.
It's just always Venetian.
Yeah, the mug's going to be great though. So I ran one at MGM and I didn't think it was going to be that big. I thought we were going to have like 40 women, mostly people who are my friends who go, okay, I'll come show up and support your thing.
Mashed it.
120 women.
Yeah.
They closed the entire poker room, which is amazing. We never asked for that. And we gave away a bunch of prizes, got some women into this ladies event. I think we gave away 5 seats last time. Tomorrow I have a budget for 4 seats and 11 $100 win gift cards. And I'm doing a mystery splash pot. So we're going to throw, like, you'll draw a table, say it's table 7, throw the envelope in the middle. Everyone gets to play for it. And then they don't know if it's $100 or $1,100 until they
it's
open
awesome.
it. So I think it'll like create some good content.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
video, a bunch of it. And I'm excited because last time a woman won the 1100. She opens her slap bracelet. I did some cheesy stuff last time. And instead of a $50 gift card, it had the seat, and she cried.
Aw.
And I was like, this is the best thing ever. Like, it made me so happy to have her on that event because she was just like had never played something over like $100 tournament. And she was crying for having a chance at this.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What stakes are you guys playing?
It's going to be similar to the other mugs where you can show up and just whatever there's demand for.
Okay.
So interestingly enough, like we'll have mostly 1-3 and 2-5.
Sure.
Ruth Hall said, hey, do you think we can get a horse game going? You think we can get some mix? Last time we got a PLO game that got like ruthless. Like they were literally like, I'm walking over, everyone's like, oh, fun and games, ladies mug. I go over there's like a 3K pot and there's stare downs. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, we should have some mixed games because actually a lot of the older crowd that I think gets forgotten a lot in the women's community, they grew up playing mixed games. They're stud players, Omaha players. So if I get them there, I think we might have a good mix of games.
Yeah. And I imagine that the Ashleys will be there as well as like a lot of the other content creators. We're actually having Ashley Frank on Monday, so I'm kind of excited to hear her experience through all of this. I know that over the last 2 years, she's kind of had a journey of trying to make her way in tournament poker. And I think at least having followed her closely because, you know, she was a student of ours and we're always rooting for her, I think it's very clear that these type of events have impact on lowering the barrier of entry.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I know, you know, we had you on earlier this year. We were talking about like the initiative of getting more women into poker. And I was pretty hard on the side of like, well, it's just a difficult marketing problem. Like, I think where you brought me around is like, the notion is not to get it to 50-50.
It's too hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's to get it from 95-5 to 90-10.
I think we're doing it.
Yeah, and that part I whorheartely agree with. I think these initiatives really work
Did you
a
see
lot.
the World Championship? I had 3 women at my table. A woman busts, a woman sits.
Really?
There was almost one at every table. Like, I mean, obviously it's like small sample size. I'm just looking at the tables around me, but it just, I think part of what makes me feel like we're getting somewhere is it just didn't feel weird to be sitting with 2 other women in a 10K.
Yeah.
They're chilling. They're comfortable. The one girl was mashing the table. She was like, definitely was like, her 3-bet percentage was way higher than everyone else at the table, and I had good players there. The fact that it just doesn't feel strange anymore, it's not novel to be playing with another woman, makes me feel like we're getting somewhere.
I'm so blind to that because like these events in my head are like so special that there can't miss. So like when women or amateurs or anything along that line that you wouldn't normally see in like a really cutthroat 50-man 10K sit at the table, I'm just always just like, well, yeah, of course. Like if it were 21-year-old me and this were my last 10K, it would be in this
we know
field.
We know that's what you are like. And then you'd be like, oh well, back to ketchup sandwiches.
Yeah, when you've made it as poor, there's nowhere to go back to. You know, it's like whatever. That wasn't so bad.
Wait,
What?
it wasn't so bad?
I mean, I don't want to do it again, but like, I'm not gonna die.
So what do you guys want to know about Berkey? I feel like this is like the trifecta of shit talking. Like, you know stuff from his past,
Right.
you know stuff from living with him, and he's told me a bunch of secrets. I don't know why.
Oh man.
We got him.
Yep. You're in the cage now.
Here's the thing. I'm so safe because I'm so fucking boring that like the worst thing that you're going to say is that like, you know, I do some embarrassing shit when no one's looking. It's like, yeah, probably.
He really doesn't have any vices. It's annoying.
It's fucking.
If anybody's out to get me, it's Lamana because I'm the person who's always there when he's his drunkest.
Yes. Yes.
And I very quickly remind him and anyone who's listening of what happened the night before.
He's got so many stories that if I start going after him, those come out, and I don't want that.
Yeah. Mutually
My
assured
parents
destruction.
tune
It's
in,
good.
you know, it's not a good
I
situation.
used to like consistently tell this story about us at the Borgata. Well, not the Borgata, but we were in Atlantic City for the AFC Championship
Why?
when the Steelers
Why
played.
do we have to go there again?
I'm not going to actually tell the story, but like,
No, you have to now.
For years, I would just continually repeat this story, and always in Lamana's presence. And every single time, he would just be like, "Why do you have to keep telling that fucking story?"
Here's the thing, though. Listen, as drunk as I was, I know he's embellishing. He's 100% making up stories.
All right.
You were dancing with this guy's wife, and I'm
right,
like,
so-
he asked me to.
Now that we know that Berkey's going to embellish a little bit, it's fine that he tells the story, right?
Yeah. As we talked about on the podcast before, cucks do exist. So this guy wanted me to dance with his wife. I don't know what was going on. I don't know where it was supposed to lead to, but you know, I was just obliging.
Finally, the truth comes out. All of this is absolutely what happened. We were in a Jets bar in Caesar's Palace in Atlantic City. The Steelers are beating the Jets for
How'd
the
the Jets
AFC
do that
Yeah,
day?
how'd they do? Lamana's dancing with some guy's wife. And like we're dragging him out of the bar, and he was so mad he didn't talk to us the whole ride home. We finally get back to the Borgata. It was me, him, and our friend Brandon. We finally get back to the Borgata, and I'm just like mortified at what I've just witnessed. And we're going back to the room. It's like 9 p.m. He goes, "Fuck you guys, I'm going to the B bar."
I went to the B bar.
And the security dropped them off at our room at like
Yeah,
2
they did.
a.m.
I was blacked out. Oh, jeez.
You know what though?
Fun times.
There are way more people who are into that sort of thing
Oh,
than
yeah.
I ever thought before.
100%.
I feel like I just used to be so like, I don't know, naive that like people wouldn't tell me these things. They'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, let's keep her," whatever. Now I just hear like I've married friends like, "Oh yeah, we do this all the time." I'm like, "Whoa!" So Lamana, you really did.
Yeah,
Cockblock.
he did his service. You're 100% right. Like, I think we all grew up like reading fairy tales and thinking that that's the way the world is.
Yeah.
We're all fucking deviants. Everybody's just out here like
Tell
trying to
us
figure
more,
out how they can
Ricky.
break. Not me. Notice how this turned into Lamana story time and not me.
Yeah, I know. Well, nice pivot. Just deflect.
That's why I'm the host and my number one over here, just keeping the laugh
shit.
track rolling.
I gotta say, Connie has so many chips in a bag, and he still shows up. He really is the MVP of this podcast.
No, he is.
If I
Yes.
had a million chips, I'd be like, "Fuck you, Berkey, I'm sleeping."
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean,
Everybody
that's a
knows that.
difficult defense because he was up at 5 a.m. for no good
yeah.
reason,
Conrad,
just
he
wandering around in
lives
his
for
robe.
this, though. He lives for this shit. He loves it.
yeah.
I wish you guys could see what a horrible sight it is seeing him at the ass crack of dawn just in a robe holding like a 7-Eleven coffee cup. It's like, why are you so deranged? I'm only up at this hour because it's the only time my gym is open.
The best Connie thing ever, though, was like, it's 7 a.m. during one of Joey's investigations,
Yeah.
and he's just in the booth. He's just there being like, "I don't know, Robbie's got this vibrating," rah, rah, rah," yelling. And I'm like, 7 a.m, are you, what are you doing?
I just woke up. I was fired up.
I just assumed he was like on deck for 7 hours. He's like, "I'm waiting for my chips."
There was another time where I don't remember what it was, but he woke up at like 4:30 in the morning, and all of us had still been up because there was some controversy going on. We're all like sweating it. He just wakes up at 4:30 in the morning, doesn't even take the time to like really read through anything. He just finds a thread
Oh, yeah.
and just jumps in and goes hard. We're like texting him like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He goes, "I don't know, man. I just woke up angry."
4:30 to 5:30 in the morning, you duck for cover.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But from like 5:30 till he falls asleep, he's just a laugh track. Giggles over here. But for the first hour, he's like, "Fuck you." Like,
I hate you people.
We really gotta get the substance in him before he turns into happy Connie. I know you got to get out of here. Is there anything else that you want to plug or talk about before?
no, just like any women who are watching this, or even like I just want to stress, it's the nicest environment you're going to find to get into poker, is a ladies meetup game.
Yeah.
We're going to be nice to you. You're going to get free prizes. I'm going to Target to drop $1,000 on just like gift bags. Like I'm making gift bags for everyone. It's going to feel like a 12-year-old birthday party.
Wait, a Target gift bag? You actually might get Michelle to get into poker.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying show up. You could show up for an hour, try poker out, like put $100 down.
Yeah.
And get your gift bag, meet some women so that like the next time you come to an event, you're not like, I don't know anyone. Like
Right.
you'll recognize some people. I think it's super important. I don't think guys realize how weird it feels to be like the only woman at a table, or the first time you're playing poker, walking up to get your chips or put your name on the list. It feels really weird. You get looked at more, and it's just not the most like welcoming, pleasant feeling. So a ladies meetup game, at least you get that out of the way. You go,
Like it
oh,
breaks
this is
the
how I
ice
do
kinda,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go here, they tell me where to get chips, they put me at a table, I see how the blinds work, I know to tip. Like you learn a lot of little things that are like automatic to players
Yeah.
now. But when you first start, it's like learning to drive a car. You're like, oh my God, all the different things I need to do.
Yep.
And you kind of forget when you've been playing a long time or when you've been driving a long time that like,
Just
okay,
natural thing to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's really helpful. Get your girlfriends to play, get your wives to play, your friends to play. A lot of women brought new players last time. They would just bring a friend who like supported them in poker.
That's good. That's great.
Yeah, so do it. It's tomorrow at 11 a.m. We're going to give away a bunch of free stuff and we'll be nice to you. So come out.
Man, that was such a great plug, and I know that it was fully intended to bring in the female audience, but you just got a line out the door for speed dating.
That might happen too. Actually, the last time when we ran it at MGM, guys kept saying, oh, can I play? And I was like, I'll open up to you guys in 3 hours. And they did. Like smart men who are single and wanted to meet some women
Right.
ended up taking some of the empty seats. And it was really nice. It was like 50-50 men and women at the tables. And I went to dinner with some friends, came back. The room still looked like that 2 hours later.
Yeah.
So yeah, like there's no shame in it. Like come, make some friends with women. Maybe if it's going well, I'll give one tip though. Don't hit on the girl while you're sitting. Like wait till you're leaving or
Right.
she's leaving or going to dinner. Like, oh, hey, it's nice talking to you. What's your Twitter or something like that. Don't do it while they're captive at the table.
Yeah. That's a red panic alarm.
Yeah, it's
Just waiting to
uncomfortable.
happen.
But like if you're leaving, it's kind of nice because then you'll find out if she's interested, you exchange info or whatever, and
Right.
no one's uncomfortable.
An easy exit.
But that was the tip of the day. Yeah, but I'm sorry I didn't provide any Berkey stuff. Like
Yeah, it's
if I
tough.
think of some
There'll
things, I'll
be
just
always another. There'll be
I'll just
another
post it on Twitter.
opportunity.
Yeah, just post it on
Yeah,
Twitter.
exactly.
I'm
Okay.
fucking bulletproof, baby. Just over here minding my own business.
Should we get nude on before I leave?
Yeah, of course.
Where
if,
is he?
If
I
you
think
want
you
to.
went-
I think
Back office.
he's using the restroom over here behind me.
Good boy. All right.
He knows how to vacate
Thank you
himself.
guys.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming,
you.
Jamie.
Thanks, Jamie.
Jamie.
Hey
Conrad.
Matt, do you want to come sit, do a 2-shot with B? Because
It's not my mic. I've already unplugged mine. I think it might be Jamie's.
No, it's coming through your mic as well.
No, because look.
Yep.
Really? Because
Yeah, it's definitely not mine. Here, hold on.
Wow. It was Jamie.
Jamie, what have
Jamie
you
did that.
done? Oh,
Right there. Look at that.
hey, nude.
I knew John.
Nude.
Dude, put your dick away.
Jeez, oh, man.
This is only
The
new.
world to see.
Oh, what a
Oh.
good boy. Man.
Man, he looks good in that lighting.
Yeah, he really does.
He
Very
does.
golden.
Don't you talk about my baby Newt like that.
All right. Thank you so much for joining
Thanks,
us.
Jamie.
We shall
Bye,
see you
Newt.
later.
And before I get out of here, it's time.
It's time.
It's time. It's time.
Let's fucking go!
I'm coming off another loss. Berkey's coming off a loss. What'd you do last week?
I fucking smashed it.
All right. My boy, little man, is coming off a W.
I took
Guapo.
those Niners.
I got cheated, man.
What happened again?
I feel like I got cheated.
My boy from Dagestan got cheated. They gave him a draw.
Oh, yeah, that was some wild shit.
Yeah, but listen, can I just go first? Is that okay?
My man,
Go ahead.
the floor is yours.
I'm gonna go with Jared Cannonier, -110.
What's his nickname? That's the black dude, right?
I don't remember.
It's the black dude, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, minus 110, you said?
Minus 110.
Who's he fighting? Jesus.
The guy that just lost to the guy that beat Izzy. Brazilian cat.
Okay.
Anyways, Cannoneer, minus 110. Lock it up.
Cannoneer got that dog in him. What you doing, Lamana?
Well, I mean, I can't take the Niners again because they already crushed the Seahawks. Listen, the Niners are, they don't, doesn't matter who their quarterback is. It's wild, right? They're good. They got a good defense.
You think Berkey could be their quarterback?
Yes, I do. I literally think anybody could be their quarterback and they will succeed. But I am going to have to go with against Tom Brady again. I mean, I'm sorry, but the Bucs, they stink. They
really do.
And
you're picking up Bengals?
The Bengals are good, man. The Bengals are good. The Bucs stink. It's 3.5 points. No problem. Lock it up. Go Bengals. Joe Burrow. I'll be happy.
What you working with, Burke?
I got to sneeze on deck. Well, my 7-2 prediction is still alive. However, I don't like it all that much. That was a must-win game against Baltimore.
You got fucked.
Bad. I mean, the only way they could lose that game is Pickett getting concussed and Mr. Biscuit coming in and finding a way to just not manage the goddamn game.
He throws 3 picks in the red zone, and they still almost won.
Yeah, and a blocked field goal.
Yeah.
Like, so many things had to conspire against me. It's very unfortunate because it's going to derail.
Did you know all these conspiracies?
Well, it's clear. I mean, he didn't really get hurt.
Right. He was like, Berkey's picked on the Weekend Warriors. I'm out of here.
Yeah, fucking Mr. Biscuit's obviously working for the purple and black. I mean, that's clear. Everybody can see that. Fucking reminds me of Neil O'Donnell in that goddamn Super Bowl in '94.
Don't make me relive that.
Jesus, man. Like, you're throwing to people who aren't even, they don't even exist. But yeah, obviously, travesty. Pickett's out again this week, so we have to deal with Biscuit again. Rudolph, I guess, maybe reactivated. He was on the IR, or not the IR, but he was on the injury report as well. So I think he'll be back. They might end up splitting time. Who fucking knows at this point? Biscuit. I did like that he was taking some deep shots for what it's worth, but that wasn't where the picks were coming from. They were just like,
one of them did.
Yeah, one of them did, but it was kind of whatever. Just manage the fucking ball, man. Jesus, God.
Who's fucking picking?
I'm picking the goddamn Steelers. +3 versus the Carolina Panthers. It's going to be a bounce back week.
Go.
They're going to run the ball, pound it down their throats, play good D. They're going to win the game 10-7 because Biscuit can't fucking do anything. Just goddamn it, control the ball, man.
What do you think the over/under of passing yards on
total passing yards?
Total passing yards for both
265.
teams that might be high.
It's close.
I might take the under on that.
Close.
So I actually have to recant something. I did not lose last week. I took the fucking Bengals. I completely forgot about that. Bengals got the W for me. So, we're riding the highs. We're going with it. And we're not going to fuck around and find out this week.
No?
Nope.
You got those Lions.
I'm taking the motherfucking Lions against the Jets.
Let's go, Corey Paget.
Wow.
I am taking the Lions against
that's how I know you're not a true fan, man. The day I pick against the fucking Steelers.
No, that means he's not beholden to a team. He thinks with his brain and not his heart.
Yeah,
Zach Wilson is fucking
like I said, not a true fan.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, we do the Weekend Warrior bit, but you're not even a part of it.
You're literally not a part. You just pick with your fandom.
Let me explain to you guys. I am the fucking bit, okay?
Yeah.
You're all not a part of it.
The pick.
Oh, man.
My pick is definitely going to be the Lions this week.
Zach Wilson did it for you?
-1.5. Fucking Zach Wilson.
He's back in. You said, fuck it.
Absolute bum.
Oh, my God, man. Earlier this season, he was just like, I can't wait till Zach Wilson gets back.
Yeah.
This guy sucks, man. You stink.
What do you mean? Did you see? He
Get
was
your
supposed to do
stinks up in the chat, team.
He was supposed to do some other shit. He didn't do some other shit. It's all right.
I agree. The Jets are a dumpster fire, so, it's...
But,
right, they're in the same dumpster as the Steelers, but they're dumpsters.
Wait, hold on.
Oh no, here we go.
They're gonna Mike White was playing this week, there'd be a whole nother story.
Oh my God!
Like
Tell me again how they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they are.
Jets Giants Super Bowl. Let's go.
No, the Giants are falling off, man. It's upsetting.
You only have 2 more years to get to win that bet against Berkey.
That's all right. We'll figure it out.
You're in trouble. You are absolutely in trouble. We have a few more things to talk about before we get out of here. I guess where do I want to start with here? Let's talk about HCL last night real quick. So
I guess we're gonna do this.
Yeah, an incident occurred between Andy Stacks and Mike. where Andy was shuffling his chips and scooped up 2 of Mike's chocolates, effectively taking 10K.
5K chips.
Yeah, effectively taking 10,000 out of his stack. Now, I'm not sure what Mike's stack is, but I'm guessing it's somewhere in the neighborhood of like 40 or 50K, so it's obviously very noticeable for him. Here's a quick clip of what that looks like in real time. Go ahead, Guap.
Just running back real quick.
It didn't even happen yet, did it?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it did.
Yeah,
Oh, shit. Look at that. Just sleight of hand.
Slow-mo.
I think the problem is when you keep pausing.
just let it run.
When you keep pausing, the bar's in the way.
Running back now, y'all.
All right, so you can see 2, he kind of kicks it with his pinky and then just scoops it and effectively takes 10K off of Mike's stack. I didn't see this until the morning. My Twitter was like ablaze. But I think this is much ado about nothing.
Same.
Big thing is like, obviously we have no idea what Andy's intent was, but you know, if I have to play character witness for Andy Stacks, I'm obviously going to lean on the side of this is a nothing situation here. Like, he's, as far as I understand, and all of my interactions with him, he's been nothing but on the up and up. He seems to be like a consummate professional. I can't imagine that he needs to take any underhanded tactics to earn an extra 10,000 without much effort. But even if I didn't know Andy and he was just a stone stranger and, you know, this is his first time ever playing in the game, I would still just immediately say, like, you know, benefit of the doubt, because quite frankly, this shit happens all the time. And I think the easiest way to approach these types of scenarios from a logic standpoint is what protocols do we operate under whenever this type of stuff potentially happens. And it's very easy. You just go to the cameras. Like, disputes like this occur, especially in high stakes games, but disputes like this occur all of the time. I know that like this feels like a huge one-off because it's a live stream game and the camera's zoomed in on the action, and you know, you can infer a bunch of things based off of like where his eyes are and like how his hand moved and like all of this stuff, but it's just inference, right? The fact of the matter is accidents happen, mistakes happen all the time, over and over and over and over again. We flip for chips that we don't know whose are whose, and you know, when it's a small number and when it's a big number, you immediately burden the casino employees with going to the cameras and finding it out. It's always resolved. And just like this was resolved yesterday, Mike noticed 10K was missing. They went to the cameras. They realized Andy accidentally scooped it. Andy gave him a refund. There was no argument. There was no debate of whether or not the chips belonged to him. There was no seeming to be malice here or theft. So I don't think this is much of a story, but obviously, you know, with the scrutiny that's going on at Hustler and the viewership that they're garnering, this type of stuff gets blown up.
So we will have an emergency podcast later. We're going to dive deep into this. We're going to slow everything down. And
Tortoise was just waiting for that one.
I've never heard the tortoise move so fast.
No, it's yeah. I
Patiently.
agree. I think it's a nothing burger. I think that like these things just happen and don't make.
Now, if you told me that he was under the tutelage of Nick Vertucci, then maybe I would say success is only for those willing to break the rules, and this is a rule-breaking violation.
You are not allowed to take chips from the other
You are
person's
not.
stack.
So,
That's
like,
just breaking the
yeah,
rules.
maybe I wouldn't give so much of a benefit of the doubt to Nick V, but you know, in Andy Stack's situation, I'm willing to let this one kind of slide. Yeah, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I thought the much more notable thing was the $1.2 million pot that Keating played. We're not going to have time to cover it today with Conrad making a day 3 and Brian playing the Run Good Pro-Am today.
Yeah, we're in. We're in.
He's in the
It's gonna be
streets. We
fun.
still don't know if he's a pro or an am.
I have no idea. Brent didn't tell me. He just said show up. So I'll be at the PokerGo studios right after this.
I mean, that's good enough for me.
I think the final table will be streamed on PokerGo tomorrow. So 4 o'clock.
So you're
Eastern.
going to be there.
I will be there because I'm going to be at the final
Let's
table.
go, Tortoise.
Yeah, I don't know if it's 48 people, which makes me think it's 6-handed, which would be cool.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, it'd be cool. If not, it's 9-handed, and we're gonna fire away.
Mhm.
Got 2 bullets. I think it's 1 reentry.
Let's fucking go, team.
Yeah.
Finally, Melissa is in the booth today, as we mentioned earlier, with the one and only Henry Kilbane. He is currently an office mate of ours as he's sleeping downstairs. But I'm really excited for these two to work out in the booth together, and I'm very, very much amped for their upcoming nuptials.
Yes.
Rumor on the street is that Henry finally did accept and say yes. They've saved the date. It appears that they're going to be eloping possibly right after the stream tonight. We're not really sure.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, congratulations.
I
you too.
imagine.
Congrats.
I imagine it depends on how drunk Melissa can get him while the booth is going on. But yeah, big congratulations to them. Looking forward to hearing their little bit of coy back and forth. Kind of just working things out on air.
Someone's gonna kill you. I don't know who it is, but someone's gonna kill you.
It's gonna be
them.
Melissa, and it's
Right.
like that's what you get for not coming.
Oh, Berkey's body
know
will
if
be
it's
out in the middle of the
Henry.
desert in a hole somewhere.
I don't know if it's Henry or Melissa, but someone's gonna murder you.
They're gonna find me in a barrel on washing up on Lake Mead Shore, and then Melissa's gonna cash in the 5K bounty. She's gonna kill me and profit off of it. But yeah, no. All jokes aside, I do enjoy their commentary. I think that they're both very good at it, and they play off of each other quite well. And this little bit that we're running, it's just all the more fun. So looking forward to day 3 of the WPT Championship today. The one and only Corgasm, Corey Paget, is out there in the streets with
Let's
1.2
fucking
million.
go, Corey.
Come on.
Oh yeah, 1.2. You got 1.2 or 3.
He has like 1.3. I think I have 1.2.
Yeah, the one and only Conrad Laugh Track Giggles
Yes.
Simpson
Let's
is
go.
on the streets.
Go, Connie.
We'll be looking forward to one of you two hopefully
Connie
getting
and Corey.
featured.
C-squared is out there.
That's right.
Yeah.
The dynamic duo
Wow.
themselves, Bert and Ernie, if you will. I don't know which one's Ernie. I'll let you two decide. But yeah, you guys are playing for min cash of 17.5 and 4.2 million up top, 4.1 million up top.
Yeah, but like 30 out of the money or something like that. So
Wow.
Oh.
How exciting.
I
How
love it.
exciting.
I love this shit.
You do.
I fucking love this shit.
How could you
Loves
not?
this shit.
You love playing.
It's
You
so
love.
much
You
fun.
love having a bunch of chips playing for 4.1 million.
It's so
Weird.
much fucking fun.
Yeah.
What are the blinds gonna
Especially
be?
on the stream and
What are the blinds going to be?
15.
yep, 10, 15.
Okay, so just shy of 100 bigs?
Yeah.
Yeah, 73 bigs.
Yeah. Nice.
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
Let's get it
Oh, man.
popping, man.
I hope to see you on the stream again. I'd love to see Corey on the stream.
I just want to see Rainbow Mike.
Rainbow Mike.
Rainbow Mike is no longer with us. Everybody, please say your prayers.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Showers.
Get him next time, Rainbow Mike.
Yeah,
you got a
he'll
big,
get-
you got a big future ahead of you.
That's so strange. He was playing so tight.
Guapo with the
honestly,
dynamite drop
The
in.
3.5x with the 7 deuce was.
Yo, the man was having so much fun that like I was just like,
Was that
the
Newt?
fuck was that?
That was Newt. Did you guys hear that?
What?
Oh,
show-
Newt's crying for his mama.
Oh my god, that was so primal. Just like he turned into a wolf.
Yeah, I don't know. Rainbow Mike had
Aw.
like the time of his life, and
Really,
like,
because you couldn't tell. He's
Yeah,
a man
no.
of very few words.
no, it was great
words,
because like he
few
had this
emotions.
stone face on, like literally in his head, he was just having the time of his life
Yeah.
as he like 3-bets 9 deuce off.
Before we wrap up here, can we get an update on runner status? What I mean, the clock is ticking. We are down to T-minus 13 hours before this person is a winner. Oh,
You know,
Mr.
I'm
Nudie.
hoping to put chips in the bag right now, and if I happen to put chips in the bag, I might have an hour to go find this person. But I don't know. I don't really have a status for you.
Okay.
I don't know if they're in Choctaw. I don't know if they're in California. I don't know where they are. So
Well, I'll tell you right now, if they're not at the win, I'm quite confident that they are going to get away with this.
The runner might be the happiest person that Conrad has a stack of chips right now.
yeah, it's true.
Because he's
Like,
just
I-
locked in
I
his
literally
seat right
just-
now. He's like, he can't get me. He's stuck at the win.
I can't get him. I can't like put it like I'm not there. Like it's just.
I guess you're just gonna have to concentrate on the tournament.
I guess
not
I'm
think
just gonna have
about
to win
it.
the tournament. And on that note, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, that's going to do it for us. We will be back on Monday with Ashley Frank. Action, or I almost called her. I'm reading the chat. It says Action Ashley is playing the lodge right now.
Poker Face Ash.
Poker Face Ash. She's going to be coming through on Tuesday. We're going to have Matt Kiefer And then Wednesday through Friday, I think we're going to have some special shows prepared for you guys, as next week is our final week of the year. We're going to take a small holiday break thereafter. So thank you guys, as always, for riding with us. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Let us know what you think of the show.
Berk,
yeah.
it's rocking with us.
Rocking with us.
Yeah, it's not riding with it's rocking.
Hey.
They can ride and rock.
Hey. Let's ride.
That's unlit.